Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dot Tag GU, where we're gonna do our reading episode because we got a lot of stuff that piled up on us. New virus targeting online games. IDA, artificially intelligent Dada. NAB has found a common virus behind all recent problems found in online games. Its name is IDA. The virus spreads through interaction with people on the network, such as exchanging data, sending or receiving email, and using chat software on MMORPGs. Under certain circumstances, an infected IDA will enter the program files and rewrite data. It is said that IDA-infected programs will display several black dots on the screen, as there is a possibility of there being a hidden message from the virus creator. NAB is looking into all leads involving this virus. There are no solutions for IDA-infected computers or servers. If IDA has infected a computer or any other device, NAB recommends terminating any connection to the network immediately, as well as not logging into online games or exchanging files online. Online games turn children into dolls. A doll syndrome warning, written by Takayuma University Associate Professor Sugai. $24 is recording huge sales. The book was not popular when it first released, thought as being something that would cause scandal, but has gained popularity after being shown in the online program Salvador Ahara's Online Jack. Professor Taichiro Sugai has also been shown on newspapers and television shows. 3 million additional copies might not do it, says Saibado Tokai's Azabu store manager with a grin on his face. This store alone has ordered 500 additional copies, with 100 copies selling out immediately. The store had 400 copies for pre-order, and 90% of that was picked up the day of the release. 4 million copies of Lakeside Dodo is the current sales record in the country. Industry professionals have said that this record will soon be broken. However, reviews for this book remain the same. The revered opinion of psychology professor Shimo Kitazawa says that there is no medical logic, and the book is merely opinion of the writer. Illusion of reality. Logout problems yet again. Players of the world are once again unable to log out. The incident took place at the headquarters of Moontree, a famous guild within the world. All players who were in this area were not able to log out. On top of that, more than 10 people were reported to be unconscious. Will such incidents continue to occur in the future? Where did they get that picture of The logout and coma problems within the world seem to be different from that of the popular belief. Here are comments from the actual victims. I was sucked into the game. I was actually in the game myself. I don't recall anything after I was KO'd. I was KO'd and then I realized I was in the hospital. I was surprised when the doctor told me I was in a coma. I saw black dots. I got really excited and felt an urge to PK. In other words, here's another random photo of Kaede and Zelkova, probably Sakaki. In other words, players who weren't able to log out were sucked into the game world, saw black dots, and PK'd each other. Those who were KO'd fell in a coma in reality, and those who didn't continued to PK. It is hard to believe, but several hundred players said that this actually happened. Who are we to believe? This is just the writer's assumption, but these incidents hint of the presence of the IDA virus. NAB recently announced this new virus, but said that black dots appeared in IDA-infected programs as well. Therefore, the black dots that these players whom were unable to log out saw, it must be the exact dots of that of IDA, It is said that IDA virus tries to overwrite the program and image data. Perhaps this has something to do with the players who were unable to log out. Perhaps the players saw illusions or fell into comas because of the overwritten image data. Anything can be assumed, however, this assumption should be rather close to the truth. Regardless, CC Corp needs to identify the problem immediately and stop the contamination. Internet Cafe Wars. How long has it been since the term Internet Cafe became a part of our everyday life? Society deemed it as a bad influence, but the number of Internet cafes has exploded recently, and many have become a place to where both young and old alike flock. Ultimate Corp is behind the amazing growth of Internet cafes with its marketing plan. The company endorsed the new network systems, which can create huge profits at low costs, by supporting institutions for 3 years from launch. Many jumped at the opportunity. The new network system spread throughout society with Internet cafe users. The Internet population grew even more with online games such as the world and online chat software such as Choito Chat. However, Internet cafes are struggling to survive lately. Demand has died down due to the influx of such cafes, and consumer anxiety grows with recent network problems and corporate chaos. Many cafes have shut down due to price wars in metropolitan excuse me, areas. I tried to read metropolitan and the yawn came, so it was I'm sorry. However, a new movement has begun in some internet cafes. Some have huge fish tanks across the wall. Some have customers enjoying food normally found in expensive restaurants. There are relaxation-centered cafes with traditional interiors and appropriate music, or cafes with servers dressed as maids fulfilling the customer's every need. Although each serves to different tastes, all these cafes have one thing in common: they all appeal to a specific market. Many of these market-specific internet cafes are owned by major corporations. Although the smaller cafes are trying to regain their place, customers have fled to bigger chains. Their business model relies on the number of customers, therefore the loss of profit directly ties in with the decrease in customers. Many small business owners have become fed up with corporations and given up hope of survival. The internet is becoming a staple in international culture. However, there seems to be no end to this dark war. What do we got on the forums? New art! New art, let's go! Holy moly. Okay, PK. Ugh. I'm kind of pumped now. Now I can just stab everybody. It's like they're telling me to just stab away. It doesn't matter if they're monsters or PCs anymore. I didn't get to stab much while in Moontree. In the song with Kestrel now. It's a stab fest. Looks like everyone else is stabbing there, so I'm joining in. Very peculiar post. I'm not sure if I truly understood what you had to say there. There's a lot of PKs out there now, and I guess you're one of them. If I see you around, I'm going to instantly PK you, but no hard feelings, alright? Please just tap ya! Wow, lots of people PKing lately. I too got caught by some PKs recently, and it really is different from fighting monsters, like a whole different world, faking each other out and stuff. You really need to watch their moves or else. I'm not good at fighting games, so I was bad at that too. They comboed me straight to death. That's unfortunate. Machi, I'm sorry. Oh, Linky, you. A while ago I saw a PC that was about a head taller than all the others. Looked like about like this. I have one question to PC split. Don't you hit your head when you go into the weapon store or something? This PC had a especially annoying way of staring. Never mind. That's a nice serious picture. Holy crap. That's the same type of PC as Sirius the Emperor. I can't really draw tall people like well, so I'm jealous. I'm also it's also amazing how you have him moving. I think tall people crouch down when they go inside buildings. As for his eyes, he might just always be that way. When you look up to his face, it looks even more intimidating. As a person that is a little taller, I'm 6'4". You bend down when you go into buildings that have a specific door height. Like you're not gonna just walk into the top part of the wall. I mean, it sounds like a silly question, but it does, you know, like, how does he crouch down? It's, get used to it. Oh, this is good. Your line work is fine and graceful. I like how this feels. It does seem like tall people would hit their heads. That's sort of a realistic thing to be worrying about. The thing that scares me the most is fans. Like when you go into a restaurant or whatever, and like you go, or like a shop or anything, and like it's low, and you look up and the fans looks like you know, like the mirror of a car. Like it looks closer than it is. Like I look up and it looks like I'm about to get clipped in the head with the fan. So I kind of like crouch my neck down a little bit, but like I really have a good couple of inches. But it just, I don't know. It's just how it feels. Another thing is like when you're riding roller coasters and where you're going down the hill, and that at the bottom of the hill is underneath another part of the track. So of course they have like that metal door, you know, like not like a door, but like it's a box, and you go inside the metal box to go out the other side or whatever. I always instinctively duck my head down like I'm gonna just clip that, knowing that I have feet ahead of me. You know, like there's no way that they didn't account for that and prepared for it. But like when you're just going down from that angle, you're just like, oh, and you just like just kind of sink your neck into your shoulders and stuff. But hey, this is good. You paid a lot of attention to the little details like the decorations and the crests. The line work is pretty, and the lack of shadows make it look sort of like a woodblock print, doesn't it? So heads. Areas tend to have tall doors, so you sort of work through shop doors. So it doesn't matter. Anyone that that tall in real life will probably get a lot of bruises though. Bamboo says, oh, that's really cool. I like how the moon is lighting him from behind. You really draw out the little details well. I'm pretty jealous of people bumping their heads. In real life, I'm short, so I thought I'd be tall in games, but that just made me sad, so I decided not to. Maybe I should have anyway. Jin says, you draw the little details really well. Wish I could draw something like this. I guess you can design your PC like this. Seems like it's gone past cool into otherworldly or something. People probably wouldn't know what to say if someone like this hits his head, though. Noobling says, oh my, a beautiful beast under a beautiful moon. You draw with so much detail, so much depth. The PC looks a lot like Sirius. I've seen a piece that looks like that on the Gamma server before. Omega server before. He was talking about some human PCs and heading for a Chaos Gate. I think he bumped his head on the rotating part of the gate. He clutched his head and passed out. Oh! Ah, look at the little Sirius little puppy! I can't handle it. Too cute. Can I keep him? Never. No, forget I said that. You can draw all kinds of styles. I'm so jealous. Todd always says so cute. I want to ask him to shake. You can draw the same piece of looking cute and cute. That's great. Seto says the first picture is cool. The second one is super cute. Also, your attention to design is amazing. They're both too good. They really suck me, and I'm going to practice so I can draw like this someday. Flosia says, I've seen guys like this plenty of times in the world, but I really can't get used to them. But just the angle you drew him makes him look cool. I hope they add the cute version as a pet. Looping says, wow, you really changed styles. Well, what a pro. I mean, it's just so cute. Those dewy eyes and that tail, that nose and those ears, that fluffy chest. Goodness gracious. This is everything I want. I think it's cute. Doggy Doggy Carnival. Samba, samba, senorita. So cool. So I thought the second one is like a cute Sirius, or maybe it isn't Sirius himself, but I just see him whenever I look at it. I would like a pet like this. No, Sirius is unfortunately resting right now. George Yamamoto says this is embarrassing to talk about, but please listen. I somehow found myself liking players from the 2 tribe, even when I'm playing with my girlfriend. Yes, I admit that I have fallen for the 2 tribe, and because of it, I've gone crazy. The Medic Union is a well-known part of the 2 tribe. I headed out with my party a while ago and saw this cutie from the Medic Union, so I went for it without thinking of the consequences. I mean, come on, how can you resist hugging someone that says an injection with all my love? Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. I was so mesmerized that I slid up close hoping for a little more healing. But that's when I heard this deep voice from inside me telling me to get lost. It was a man. I thought it was a girl. And then in an instant, my girlfriend, who was in my party, PK'd me. And I haven't heard from her since. Miliul, who'd been tagging along, killed me and said, I don't disapprove of same-sex relationships, just so you know. I honestly cried right then. I haven't been able to mend the misunderstanding because of this. Wait, who was this? George Yamamoto. Something because is another dark secret of the Medic Union. Not that I feel any sympathy for George. Says, sorry, but the Medic Union is all mine. Miyako says, I have to say, I'm so hot for shy little Miliul. Aren't you like 12? I'm sure there's a King Medic or Medic assassin within the Medic Union itself. Shikoichi says, George, look out behind you. George Yamamoto says, hey, you're supposed to be comforting me. SR says, I hope George's girlfriend feels better. Young Soldier 2 says, yeah, don't give up on your boyfriend just because he likes guys a little. Wachi says, Miliu, you're such a sweetie. Handmade Chim. People talked a lot about Chim Chim bread. I've never been able to find it, so, whoops, what's going on? So I tried making some myself, although I can't make bread, so it's cookies. I almost used salt instead of sugar part of the way through, but they came out okay. Has anyone else made the world-related goodies or goods in real life? Tim says, I like the soft touch you've got there. I'd like to eat these starting with the head. I've never really made anything by hand. I'm a little too clumsy for that. You're great just for being able to make cookies. The best I could do is the roll cakes we make in school, and those still came out pretty bad. But mistaking salt for sugar, that's like something out of a comic book. I'm glad they came out okay though. How they taste? How do you mix that up? Like, I guess because I use the bag, the sugar, like the bag, so like I just scoop out like a spoon or whatever, or what I need. Do people actually put sugar in like little containers like salt to where you confuse them? Because I can understand like maybe sugar and flour because they're both in a bag, so you just grab the wrong bag and then you don't notice until after you've poured it in. Because you're just like, oh, where's all the smoke? Oh, I use flour. Oh man, you know, feels bad, man. But salt and sugar, unless like it's in like a little container, I don't really see the how would that be confusing? I've never seen a big bag of salt. Then I guess I could say they've always been in like containers or like little, you know, like big containers, not bags like sugar. And even with the little boxes of sugars I've never seen one that looked anything like near a salt. Let's see. Wow, they're so cute. They look delicious. I want to try some Chim Chim cookies. I always make Chim Chims and lucky animals out of clay when we're having art class. Ren says, oh, how adorable, but it's pretty weird to consider eating Chim Chims. I can make jelly and cheesecakes, but Chim Chims are a really difficult shape to bake. I think it's amazing that people can bake cookies and rolls and cakes and stuff. Shula says, so cute. I like the shading on the cookies. It makes them look delicious. I tried making some lucky animals, stuffed animals once, but I stopped partway because they were so clumsy looking. I'm jealous of you all. Todd Omi says it's really cute. It'd be hard to eat cookies that cute. I'd be happy to put my butt on a chim sheet cushion. Oh, whoa, what's going on over there? It's a cute picture, but mixing up salt and sugar, that's a little too predictable. Food art is pretty difficult, but you did well. I tried to make a fried beast god before, but it didn't come out right. I think I can make omelets, but they're hard to eat, so I don't really bother. I haven't made any goods in the real world yet, but maybe you can print a Chim Chim onto a t-shirt or use one of those moldable resin keychains. You're really handy at this, Sayaka. Maybe making out of clay and baking it. Alright. Maria. Hello everyone, it's Maria. I left a comment saying I wanted to play in a forest before, but I'm sure it's not because of that, but now a forest dungeon has been added. My thanks to the developers. I don't know how to put it, but it's a really nice area. It's so pretty how the light comes shining off the leaves. Almost lost myself in the bliss of it. If anyone has been in the forest, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Nice. As someone who lives in the concrete jungle, I could feel the negative ions dancing on my skin. Machi says the forest dungeon is so nice. I'm already using it as my new spot to hang out and chat. As Team Chim says, we've been chatting away while sucking up those negative ions. Here we are, Sakura and White Lake. Oh wow! Hello, I'm Sakura, the tribal grappler. I'm the one in the picture with her wearing the rabbit ear bandana, and that's my partner next to me, White Lake, the Flick Reaper. We've been players since R1, and it's been a real shock to have all the things I'd hoarded from R1 get reset, but looking at the new world spreading out before us made us remember how exciting we were when we first logged into R1. The world has changed shape, but our feelings for it remain the same as ever. We tried portraying that emotion in a picture. It is us living in the world. That's pretty nice. Lewis says, wow, that's like a high-level drawing from an anime art book, and I've never seen such a pretty sight. Wait, this is the first post I've seen with a shared name. Did you do this together in one chat or something? You're an R1 player, then you must be at a pretty high level in R2 now. I hear people who were pretty shaken up at the time, so you two must be strong enough to make it through. What if they reset R2 and made an R3? Hey, I have to say goodbye to my chims. Oh no, I don't think I could ever recover from that. Sukumo says, nice. You've got the details down well and it's so pretty. You've got a good sense of depth and you draw clothes well. Make me your student master. I've never played R1, but I think there were a lot of people shocked by the change to R2. It's hard to say goodbye to close friends. I understand how you feel. I hope you both stay good friends. Fearless says, I'm an R2 player, so I don't really get all that, but I think it's good to hold on to your love for the game like that. But wasn't R1 full of problems? He says R2 has plenty, yeah. You drew this together? It's just way too good. I've been playing since R1 too. And when they added the PK system in R2, I got PK'd 7-1 by a bunch of former friends. I envy you too. Well, all that did make me build levels like crazy and become the PK I am now. Oh, come on. Hairpin says you're very good. I'm amazed that this is a collaboration. There's a lot of detail. I was also really sad when we lost R1, but playing R2 is even more fun than before. I hope I can keep playing with the same feeling. Fearless says, like everyone says, that's quite impressive. It's a shame my resolution or something is making the picture look worse. I like the crest on your left shoulder. Sakura, I guess I'm looking at crests a lot lately. The scythe looks sharp. Is it crystal? It was a shock making the move from R1, but even if our data and stats go away, the connections we make with people don't, do they? Green says, whoa, nice picture. And I have to admit, I'm as interested by that gorgeous scythe as Lewis is. Man, I want one of those. Not that I could equip it. Well, I started playing in R2, so I don't know much about R1, but my friends who played it back then said it was a big shock. But we do have R2 now. I think it's all okay as long as everyone's having fun now. Whew. Nublink says, wow, beautiful picture, amazing. The blue sky and ocean and the grass you draw it all so well. R1 had a lot of problems with bugs and hackers and stuff, but I guess it was fun. Let's see, that's quotable material. Even if forms change, people's hearts don't, do they? PKs are sort of hard to deal with, but I'm still alive and posting. Jin says, wow, you're so good. Everything's done so well, from you two up front, the scenery in the back. I guess you've lost everything you built up. That's rough. I started in R2, so I don't know what it's like. If R2 went away, I don't think I'd recover. Nighthawk says, what a surprise. I'm amazed at how quality this is. As an anime style fan, I love this. R2, I've been playing since R1 too, and it was a big shock, but at least I was busy back then and hadn't been playing much, so I didn't suffer that much. But losing a character I'd gotten so invested in my memories of my friends, I thought for a long time that I wouldn't be able to get over that. Haven't heard from my old friends since either. If CC Corp tries to send an R2, we should get together for a petition and protest it. Goodness gracious, that was just the art takes so much time. Okay, Keppel is suspicious. Is anyone doing Stray Mecha Grunty? Based on what the client Dr. Keppel says, I think there might be another event hidden in this campaign. Bikuto says, I'm working on Stray Mecha Grunty right now. It doesn't seem like there's something more to this campaign. Keppel seems strangely sentimental. Maybe that's foreshadowing for when the mad scientist gets beat down by his own adventures. Nimon says, oh no, you mean that's a hidden event? But Mecha Grunty's so cute. Monoon says, I wasn't doing this campaign, but now I'm getting interested. I'm going to have to go to that area and save Mecha Grunty. You're going to have to do it a lot, trust. Okay, Midnight Special says, yeah, I saw him. Wait, what? Okay, here we go. This is the new one. Has everyone gone to the Sage Palace tournament yet? Sakaki's there. Sakaki from Moontree, and he's the special director. What's up with him? He used to hate PK so much. And here's a dumb question. Sakaki wasn't edited to look like that, was he? I wonder if he got some rare item that changes your appearance, although I wouldn't want a rare item to make you look like that. He looks like a fakey RPG mid-boss or something. Midnight Special says, yeah, I saw him too. What was up with that ugly edit of his? Made him look like a good-for-nothing devil. Maybe one of his parents is an exec at CC Corp. He wanted to become a director so bad that he asked permission or something. The rules are so stupid, but I'm not surprised that Sakaki is behind it all. I mean, he was a stubborn and selfish idiot before all this. It seemed as though he was on Haseo's tail the whole time, but does Sakaki have something against Haseo? Apple Star says, this isn't the thread for that, guys. This is the thread where we share our PK counter strategies. Please continue this discussion. This discussion in a new thread. Apple Star, I like you, but you ain't no moderator. Quit trying to do someone else's work. Okay. Whew. And that'll end the episode for now, guys. We will, goodness. We'll continue this in the next episode where I'm going to read the email and then we'll, I guess, go complete what the email wants us to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next episode. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Later.